Before we get rolling in today's show, I just wanted to say thank you to all of the real ones out there that have subscribed to the channel. We crossed over 29,000 subs yesterday, and it has been quite a ride here on New York Giants now. So I want to say thank you, and I appreciate everybody that has hit that big red button. But we're not stopping. We're going to continue to put out Giants videos every single day on the latest news and rumors. And 30K, you're on deck. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. The Giants wrapped up minicamp yesterday as it actually wasn't a practice. Brian Baldinger, he canceled the last day of minicamp practice to have a good old cookout. Sounds like a whole lot of fun. So the minicamp period is in the rearview mirror, which means training camp is just a couple of weeks away. But I wanted to talk about Darren Waller in today's video because he has stood out all summer long at minicamp, at OTA. Everybody has been talking about how good of a player he is, but more so the person, the teammate, and the worker. Everybody loves Darren Waller, it seems like, within the New York Giants organization right now. And I ask myself the question, is Darren Waller worth the hype? In today's show, I'm going to tell you why. Darren Waller may be the single most important player on the Giants this year. We're going to break it down. Let's start, though, with Brian Baldinger. Shout out to Baldy. He was at Giants minicamp this week, and he talked extensively about Darren Waller on NFL Network. He said, he looks so good today. You couldn't take your eyes off him. He was in motion all the time. He's in different positions. He is running every route, and he is just so big, fast, and smooth. That kind of is what you remember when he put up 2 monster years in Las Vegas. He is going to be a centerpiece for New York. He said, your quarterback, Daniel Jones, has to have a go-to guy. And sometimes you drop the greatest plays, but you need a go-to guy. Whether it's the red zone, third downs, or you need a play and you just got to finish a game, Waller can be that guy for the Giants, and I think he will be that. And I 100% agree with Brian Baldinger. Baldy knows ball. I love the breakdowns that he does on Instagram. He's a guy that I can actually listen to on TV. The dude knows what it takes to be a good player in the NFL. He has a really good eye for talent. And when Baldy speaks, you should listen. The guy is talking up Darren Waller just like everybody is. And for good reason. The dude is a physical specimen. When you look at Darren Waller, you're like 6'6", 255 pounds, runs a 4.40. But the problem, right there, 9 games played in 2022. Injuries are the only reason that Darren Waller is a New York Giant. If the injury bug never bit Waller, he would continue to play for the Las Vegas Raiders and wear the black and silver. But that didn't happen. Now he's a Giant. I believe that Waller's best years can still be in front of him. And I believe if he stays healthy for all 17 games, he is going to be in the running for comeback player of the year. But do your part. If you want Darren Waller to play all 17 games and be healthy and not injured, like this video. If you're a subscriber, you know I am one superstitious SOB, and I'm trying to put the good vibes out there. So help me out. If you want Waller to play all 17 games, hit that thumbs up icon. Today's Giants Now video is sponsored by NordVPN. Protect your digital world now and get 63% off NordVPN's 2-year plan. NordVPN is striving to make the internet better than it is today. It can be free from online threats, censorship, and surveillance. Get your online security package now by visiting nordvpn.com/GiantsCS. Get 4 months for free by using that link in the description and comment section when you purchase the NordVPN 2-year plan. Let me tell you about all the features that you're going to get with a NordVPN package. Online protection, easy with just a single click. And don't miss your favorite content. If you go on vacation, you go overseas, and you don't want to miss your favorite shows or content, you won't with NordVPN. Stay safe from malware and get the fastest VPN on the planet. That's nordvpn.com/GiantsCS. Online protection with a single click. Even when traveling, you can set your location to your home, and you won't miss your favorite content. It'll keep you safe from malware with threat protection, and it's the fastest VPN on the planet. And all of this is as simple as a click. Choose your location and click connect. NordVPN won't track you or share what you do online. Your data is always protected by next-generation encryption. Get started now. Click the link in the comments or description. That's nordvpn.com/GiantsCS. Get 4 months for free with NordVPN and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That link is clickable in the comments and description of today's show. Waller is loved in the Giants building, whether you talk to Brian Dable, or you talk to Mike Kafka, or you talk to Daniel Jones, or you talk to any of the players on this roster. They talk about how good of a player he is. Daniel Baldinger, he called him a unicorn. To get that type of respect from somebody you've known for 2 months at this point, and have only had probably 10 practices together, that's high praise. But it wasn't just Daniel Baldinger. Daniel Jones has gushed time and time again about Waller. He talks about the height, the speed, the weight, the ability to run every single route, to make big plays, to play on the outside, to play in the slot, to do what it takes to be a great football player. Daniel Jones finally has a number one target in Waller, and he is making sure he gets the flowers that he deserves. But Joe Schoen, he knows. This photo surfaced after minicamp this week, and you can just see the good old grin on Joe Schoen's face looking at Darren Waller like, I really traded the 100th pick in the NFL draft for potentially a top 3 tight end in the National Football League. Andy Bischoff, the Giants tight end coach, he used to coach Darren Waller when he was a member of the Baltimore Ravens before the Raiders snatched him off the practice squad. He's back with Bischoff now, and the praise continues inside the walls in East Rutherford. Andy Bischoff said, in this league, there's not 10 of those guys in the league. You could argue there's 5. And to get one with these kind of special qualities and traits, first of all, as a person, as a teammate, as a professional, but then the things that he brings to the field, he's in that group of rare guys. And Darren Waller is a special, special player, no doubt about it. When he was healthy and he had that back-to-back run with the Las Vegas Raiders of over 100 catches, he was looked at as the 3rd or 2nd best tight end in the NFL. He was in the mix with George Kittle and Travis Kelce, and I believe he's still got that in that. But when you look at the types of games he has, he just takes total control. These are the best 10 games of Darren Waller's career. 13 catches, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Imagine Darren Waller putting up 13 catches for 200 yards this year. Then games for 9 catches and $150 and a touchdown. 7 for 126 and 2 touchdowns. He's had 10 plus 100-yard games in his career, and he's had 10 catches, 12 catches, 9 catches, 13 catches. The dude can take over a football game. And he still had some good games in 2022 despite being injured. And you kind of notice he was healthy in week 1, he was healthy in week 2, and he got healthy as the year went on. It was in the middle part of that year where he wasn't all that healthy. I mean, in week 1 against the Chargers, the guy had 4 receptions for 79 yards. Week 17, 3 receptions for 72 yards. Then week 2, 6 for 50 and a tutty. And week 15 against the Patriots, good closing to the season, 3 catches, 48 yards for 16 a pop and a touchdown. So I want to ask you guys this question before we keep talking about Waller and why I specifically believe he is the missing ingredient to this offense and why he can make the Giants one of the best offenses in the National Football League. I want you to predict his stats down in the comment section. Let me know how many catches you think he's going to have, yards you think he's going to have, touchdowns, but most importantly, how many games do you think he's going to play? Let me know in the comment section. I know this for a fact. Waller on the Giants in an offense run by Mike Kafka and Brian Dable, Waller equals more explosive plays. And explosive plays is the key ingredient in the recipe to win football games. Waller's one of the most explosive players in the NFL, and specifically at that tight end position. When you look at the amount of catches he's had of more than 20-plus yards over the last 4 seasons, it's incredible. In 2019, he had 14 of those catches. In 2020, he had 16 of those catches. 2021, in 11 games, the guy had 13 catches of more than 20 yards. And in 9 games this year, he had 9 catches of more than 20-plus yards. Why do explosive play matters? Because the best teams in the NFL, they are the most explosive offenses. Here are the top 10 teams in the NFL with the most explosive pass plays. And the records are right there. And notice, there's only 2 teams in the top 10 with losing records. The Raiders, they had a terrible defense. And the Titans, they weren't a good football team. All 10 of these teams, they average 11.4 wins per game. So if you were in the top 10 of most explosive plays, you're going to win 11 football games. But let's go to looking where the Giants stacked up in explosive pass plays last year. They were second to last. And in this quadrant of these bottom 10 teams, their overall record was 59-107-4. That means they would only win 5.9 games per 17. The Giants were one of the only team on this list that made the playoffs. So you have to get more explosive. But I will admit, Waller's injuries are a concern. No doubt about it. The fact that the guy hasn't played a complete season in 3 seasons is worrisome. I mean, when you look at what he's done, he played in just 9 games this past year for the Las Vegas Raiders, 11 games in 2021, but he was durable in 2020 and 2019, playing 100% of the games, but only 20 games played in the past 2 seasons. But when he plays, you see that he is going to be effective. 100 receptions in 2020, 90 receptions in 2019, over 1,100 yards both seasons. But it goes a little bit deeper than that. Yes, Darren Waller technically played in 9 games this past year for the Las Vegas Raiders, but only 4 times this year did he play in more than 60+% of the snaps, which means he was really only a consistent snap getter in 4 of those games. And it got a little bit sketchy in Las Vegas this year. That's why he got traded. Waller had his team captain status removed. The Las Vegas Raiders, before the season started, after voting him the captain in the offseason, they took away his captainship. It just got weird in Vegas. Let's be honest. The Patriots, old regime, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler came to Las Vegas, and things got weird. He missed a lot of time. Captainship got removed. I've been talking to Mitchell Renz, our Las Vegas Raiders report host, over 100,000 subs over there. He's connected in the locker room, and he may have or may not have heard from some sources that a lot of people didn't like Darren Waller, but it's been the total opposite. Seems like he's made a great first impression. Everybody loves him with the Giants, so I'm giving him a clean bill, a clean slate. I'm hoping for Waller to be the best tight end in the NFL this year, and I need you guys to hold it down for him. Show Darren Waller some love down in the comments section. Type his jersey number 12, which he is wearing for an awesome reason. Go look it up. I'll put some links in the comment section about how the 12-step recovery is the final step. We know that he is in recovery, and he's showing it off and showing love to everybody that needs help with the number 12. So type it down below. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in to New York Giants Now. If I missed anything on Waller, and you just want to talk some Giants football, hit me up on Twitter, @MarshallGreen_. Easy.